Hello and welcome to the Ask Aviator podcast / Livestream. This is episode number 31. Thank you, John, behind the camera, for helping me out and helping me remember what number things are. Because after weeks of doing this, days, hours, minutes, they all just start to add up. It becomes this very delicate challenge. The last episode we had Tucker here. I knew that. But then in the last 2 weeks since that episode, things have been going on, guys. Things have been getting real. We have had an incredible class here. You guys met Derek and his wife, Leanne. Incredible people. I'm actually going to modify. So we give out call signs when you come to Aviator. You gain a call sign. And I am going to, out of courtesy for Derek, who's in the chat right now. Derek, I love you too. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. It's not my place to do this, but I'm making an executive decision, and if there's an issue with it and Mike has a problem and the rest of the team of Aviator instructors has a problem with it, I think you guys can knock me down. But Leanne earned the call sign of Princess Leia. And I feel like it's only right that we augment, staying in the Star Wars call signs, I think it's only right that we augment Derek's call sign to Han Solo. Does that work? Okay, we got around the room. Ross, good?
Why not?
Why not? All right, so we're good. So we've got Han Solo. He's in the house. Good to have you here, my friend. Guys, always a pleasure to have everyone here on the show. Today is going to be a quality show. I just love the fact that Derek will forevermore, from now until eternity, have to live up to looking not nearly as good as Harrison Ford. It's gonna be a good challenge. So
Just to buy the vest, though.
Oh, it's true. Ross says you have to buy the vest there, Han. So let's make that happen. Guys, we have a great show ahead of us. We had a great class with the foot launchers. We had some crazy shenanigans go on the following week, actually. The reason we didn't have a show last week is I spent 3 days, and I'd like to claim that I spent 3 days working hard, that I spent 3 days doing all the hard work, but the reality is that I put up on our Facebook, our student group. We have a private student group that's only for students. If you're not a student, you're not going to get in. You're not part of the Aviator family yet. That's okay. But I put up on there. I said, "Hey, listen, we're looking for a few guys to help out with some major projects. We have projects like the painting of our new building, carpets, interior painting." Tons of other major projects, right? And I said, listen, we got to get this stuff done. And two guys jumped out of the woodwork, Jose and Jorge, or George. George is from Miami. He's a firefighter. He also owns a contracting company primarily as a roofer. And these two guys, Jose as a painter, George as the man of all projects, join me in Denellen, and this is going to be in the next Aviator Family video. If you guys want to see early access to it, actually the next Aviator Family video is up right now on Patreon. So if you guys have not invested your $2 or more into the Patreon to see what's going on in our lives, jump over to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/aviatorfamily. You can see a 15-minute episode of Thanksgiving with Aviator, flying to the Light Sport Expo, building the Kit Fox, going for a thermaling clinic, and my wife and I's first flight together. You get early access. Doesn't come out till Thursday. So check that out. And then the rest of this week was spent basically just doing crazy amounts of building stuff, which it's weird to say it. Like, I love working with my hands because I don't get the opportunity to that often. So George and I are there laying down freaking glue. I destroyed my Parajet jacket, which made my soon-to-be guest extremely happy. My butt hurt from 3 days of physical activity in ways I don't normally do. So overall, really, really awesome time. It was a quality week, but I apologize for not being there with you guys. Lots more to come in the next episode of Aviator Family. We made some huge decisions on what motor and what suspension we're putting on the Kit Fox, and I've already got the suspension in stock, so that's coming really soon. But anyway, Trike class started on Saturday. These guys are incredible. They are pouring their heart and soul into this. We've got our second oldest student ever in class. He's 75 years old. At least that's what he says. I have not looked at his driver's license. He might be 95. He might be 65. We don't know. We just have to trust. So, Bill, shout out to you and to all the guys at the Red Shop. Thank you all for being here. Quick shout outs to Derek and Leanne Trout. Great to see you guys. K-Ray, Sandor577, and of course, Mitz. Mike says that he approves the change in call sign. Good to see you, Mitz. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring our guests in, and I'm going to give them a brief introduction before I do. These are two incredible people that come from very different backgrounds. So, Pasquale is a pilot at a world champion level. This is a man who has flown every possible kind of, what's the right word? Not tournament. Paragliding. Like, he does everything. So he flies paragliding, paramotors. He's been flying for a whopping 22 years. Classic slalom, fuel consumption, you name it. He just goes banana sandwich. So Pasquale's awesome. We call him the Lion King. And so great to have him here. And then Navid, who has become a friend over the last year or so, not even quite a year. I guess we met in February.
Yes. We don't have year anniversary.
We have not had our year anniversary yet. So Navid is the embodiment of the most interesting man in the world. He fluently speaks 5 languages. He drives a gorgeous Audi. He has a doctor for a wife. And he's a pretty exceptional human. So I'm going to bring these guys in. Super, super stoked to have them. I will give a quick, brief shout out to our friend Blaze, who is currently chanting Navid, Navid, Navid in the chat. Blaze is a good friend of ours, both of ours from the UK, and I'm sorry for anything he says in the chat. We've asked him to be responsible before this began, but there's no promises with Blaze, so apologies. All right, come on in, guys. Get in here. Bring your wine glasses. Where's your wine glass? Pasquale, where's your... Oh, you need something, my friend. Oh, he left it outside. No. Mistakes were made. All right, Navid.
Yes.
I have to send a text message, so you have to carry the show. Can you carry the show?
Yeah, cool.
You
okay.
can?
So, I am nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm nervous, and yeah, I'm very nervous. So
I don't think you need to be nervous.
that's my special power. You didn't mention my name, though.
Well, I don't
My
feel
code
like
name.
your call sign has really grown.
Thank you.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like once we get to the call sign ceremony with this class, I mean, Lion King was a given. We
Yeah.
knew he was going to have to be Lion King. There was no question. I mean, look at this mane, right? But but yours may bear some changes as
Okay.
time. It's up to Mike and the guys. It's their decision.
Yeah, yeah.
I just felt like Mr. I mean, we have Mr. Marvelous, Fletch.
That's too much for
But
me.
Mr. Interesting, or I don't know. There's
No,
got to
no.
be some Dos Equis. I mean, that would be quality.
I like tzatziki, the German Greek yogurt.
I
with
do
garlic.
like tzatziki. It's pretty tasty.
No,
I
no.
love garlic.
No, I was actually, my call sign was what they were used to tease me at school.
So that's bad. So
It's
Divan?
kind of bad. Yeah, divan.
Divan.
The diva in Swedish.
So you are Swedish.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
How long have you been flying?
I've been flying past 3 years.
3 years. Okay. So first off, you're younger than me. I'm not sure how you feel about that.
I feel good.
I thought you were older.
Yeah, no, it's the gray beard here.
Yeah. If I grow mine out.
I put too much cream
My
on my
problem is
face.
mine is brown, blonde, red, and gray. I look like a patchwork quilt.
Yeah.
I look homeless. It's very bad. I can't do the beard thing. I can't do it. So we lost the chat, Nina.
That's good.
Like the whole.
Your wife is in, and she says hello.
Oh, your wife is on the chat.
But she should be sleeping.
She should be sleeping.
Well,
What is
I
her
say-
name?
Her name is... Don't mess the name up because she will get upset.
Yes, sir. I'll try.
Federica.
Federica.
No?
Federica.
No.
I can't do the
Federica.
I'm American, man. Federica.
Yes, okay. Don't try it again. That was
I will
perfect.
never get it right again.
Say you're sorry.
Federica. We
Let's see.
will have to actually
Hi,
try this
everyone
in
from
person
Naveed's
next time I see
wife.
you.
Okay, she really put down there that I have a wife, so okay. That's
Who did you pay to create this account?
this account. Blaze. This
Blaze.
is Blaze.
It's probably Blaze.
He got my back.
It probably would be. All right, so we have a great
Yeah.
time ahead of us and behind us. You guys have been here for almost a week,
Yeah.
and we asked you to come for a special reason. So we're going to answer a whole bunch of questions from a bajillion people who are watching live.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous. I think it's like 80. It's fine. It's a very quiet show because our Facebook page isn't working. But I want to talk some about both of your histories and your stories about what got you into flying, because it's kind of how we start things off. Before we do that, though, I had to bring some American wine. Because you both live in Italy. You're Swedish. He's Italian.
Yeah.
So we brought American wine, and I brought one of my favorite wines, which is hard to find anymore.
Yeah.
This is Apothic Brew. Again, it's a bizarre wine, and it's actually something Tucker Gott would enjoy, or at least Tucker's girlfriend, Jacqueline.
And then, okay.
It's a red wine infused with cold brew coffee.
Yeah.
Now I'll let you have a few sips of it. What do you think?
Yeah, it does fool the Italian in me. It's nice. It's red. It's strong, and you do taste a little bit of coffee in there. It's nice.
All right, so the Italian, slide in. You get it.
Yeah.
Wait, this is good. So like this is good for the Americans in us to feel some pride. And the next one we haven't tried yet. This is Z. Alexander Brown's Uncaged Cab Sauce.
I think.
Is it Zach Brown?
Yeah. We buy it.
Really? Like the Zach Brown band? Zach Brown band's wine. Okay, we're gonna try it. It's gonna be good. All right, so we're gonna start with Pasquale. Let's hear, because you have a remarkable story. You've been flying. I've heard you called the godson of Enrico. Enrico is the owner of Fly Products. He's the man behind the business. For over 30 years, Fly Products has been building these incredible paramotors we see behind us, right? They've been investing their heart and soul into the sport, and Enrico is behind all of that. So how did you begin flying? And you can speak English. If you feel like it's too in depth, he can help us translate. But I believe in you. I believe in you. More wine.
More wine.
More wine.
Cosa devo parlare?
How did you get in touch with? Come sei cominciato con Fly Products? Vai, English.
I started with the Fly Products. I started with the Fly Products very 2 much years ago.
Too much
Years ago. Yes, no.
Too much. Like
Too much.
Long,
Too much.
Time ago.
I know Enrico and Ugo. You know Ugo?
Oh, Hugo, of course.
Okay.
Hugo is the chief designer for Fly Products, and
yes.
he's been with the company for many years. How many years? I don't know how many years he's been there.
Oh, I think 20.
25.
Wow. So he's the guy who basically came up with the geometry, with the way the whole thing flies, from the Flash Gold to the Flash Cruiser to the Foxy, the Eclipse, the Rider, everything, the Luna, the Eco 2 Light, all these big, huge trikes that other manufacturers have tried to manufacture and can't do at the same level. So Hugo and Enrico.
Hugo and Enrico. Okay. I had a friendship with him, with them.
And you were 14.
I'm sorry for him.
You were 14 years old.
Yes. Now continued with our friendship, and I collaborate with them about paramotor development.
Yeah.
And I also do competition with Fly Product paramotor. Start with the standard, with the double circle.
Yep.
After with the rider, and now with the clips.
Nice.
I feel very nice feeling with the clips, because they have a very sensitive end-ring dynamic. With the new harness is very have a very feeling with the wing.
Right. And now, are you flying the Atom or the Viterazzi 185? Moster or Atom?
No, Monster.
Moster?
Monster. Always, I flew always Monster. Okay, we start in competition with the Fly 100. You remember?
Yep.
Because Monster
The 100,
was born. When Viterazzi released Monster, I started with the Monster, and I use always Monster for competition. I have a special engine for competition with another type of carburetor. another
Really?
type of exhaust, and a bottle for
Yeah.
check
Fuel level.
for check full level, and for work a new type of carburetor.
Very cool.
Okay.
I want to see the carburetor.
Okay. I see you a picture.
Okay.
I send you a picture.
All right. I like it. All right. So 22 years of flying. Where is the most beautiful place you've flown?
Oh. Okay. This place is very good. I flew about on the river.
Yeah.
I check for try crocodile.
Yeah. There's lots of alligators.
I check for find crocodile, not for look for crocodile. I want to look crocodile tomorrow now. Again, I check. No, good place, Florida, but also Brazil, Oman,
Oman?
Italy, Oman.
I'd like to
With,
fly
with
Oman.
Navid, Oman.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you've been there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost went last year.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, Italy was amazing. Brazil, I want to fly so badly. I'm dying to go to Brazil.
Brazil.
My cousins.
But you never fly in Italy?
No, I did.
Did-
From Fermo.
did-
From Fermo.
And when you
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, easy, with
okay,
Navid,
I
yeah.
know Stanford.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I remember now. Sorry.
So much fun. So much fun. So okay, let's hear the same story. What got you into the sport? I know yours is gonna be longer. You're Navid. The Swedish.
I'll try to
god.
keep it short.
No, you don't have to. It's okay. I want to jump in really quickly here because right now this entire chat is basically the last 4 classes of students, which I love very much. The T-shirts are on their way right now from our facility in Louisiana, where our friend Lance makes them for us. Lance is the king. He's a paramotor pilot. They should be here by Friday. In fact, they'll probably be here by Wednesday. They should be on the website by Friday. If you guys want them in time for Christmas, start just hunting our page. Keep your eyes open. In fact, I might even try to get them. No, Nina says I'm not allowed to put them up early. But we're going to have them up soon, all right? We're going to have them up really soon. Musty's one of our past students. He asked if either of you guys have flown the pyramids in Egypt.
No, not yet. It's
Not
on
yet?
the list. Have you flown Egypt? Egypto?
No. Yeah.
No,
me either.
it's on the
Never,
list.
never.
It's on the
Yeah.
list. We can do it reunion next year.
Yeah, so Hani Shaker was the guy who put that together, and we used to hang out with him when they had the Qatar team, and I was supposed to go for the first trip, and then I couldn't make it work with the family and the business, but
Is BGD pilots welcome?
I'm not sure if they're allowed in Egypt. No, I'm just kidding. You know how much I think I will say, and I hand to God, I'll say this in front of anyone at Ozone. I love you, Ozone. You have the best designers, Dav, the whole team, just incredible. BGD has the coolest looking wings.
Yeah.
I mean, they fly really, really poorly comparatively. I'm just kidding.
No comment.
What was the one I flew in Italy?
That was the Luna 2.
Luna 2 was fantastic. I flew the original Luna in a 28 meter, and it was probably the hardest landing I've ever had. I came into flare, and there was just no flare authority.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed in the wing. So when I flew the Luna 2, I was very impressed.
Yeah, it's a different wing.
Yeah, and I make jokes about them being bad. I'm not serious. Most glider companies make great gliders. There's very few glider companies whose wings I won't fly.
Yeah.
It's difficult to find. Most motor companies make decent frames. It's all about the support, in my opinion. The design is important. The support is most important. With gliders, they're almost all good. So there are only a few brands that I'm not a fan of, and BGD is not one of them. I like BGD wings. So you're a
I
sponsor.
might leave my cap to you.
He's a
Don't worry.
sponsored BGD pilot, guys. So, it's one of those things we gotta rib each other a little bit. So tell us the story. It's been 3 years.
3 years. It started, actually longer time ago. When I saw a video, it was, I forgot his name, American wingsuit pilot. This very famous one that flew
Jeb
in
Corliss?
Yes, that's
Yes.
it, Corliss. I saw his video on YouTube and I thought, I want to do that. I was so close to like that video,
Oh, Eric.
but I thought, I don't want to.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We move the glass. Hang on. I gotta find some tissues. Keep talking. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to, I think, Angelina in the back. I'm gonna tell you that. I saw Jeb Corliss on YouTube, wingsuit flying. And I was so close to like that video, but I thought, no, hell no. I'm not gonna be one of everyone liking that stuff. I have to do it in order to like it. So, strangely enough, I got in touch with TJ Landgren, a swoop American, if not world champion swoop pilot, skydiver. And a little bit later, I got to do a BMX show in San Francisco for iFly, indoor skydiving. And at that time, in return, I got flight time in the tunnel. And TJ Landgren and Katie Hansen,
Who are old friends of mine, which
Yes.
is really like from 10 years ago. It's crazy ironic. Like,
Yeah.
I need to find pictures of us hanging out in Norway, and
yeah,
like I made videos for them 9 years ago.
yeah, I'm gonna send this link to them later on. So
Yeah, great
Yeah.
people. Great people.
So I got a lot of tunnel time. I gave some minutes to them to practice by themselves. And then for the rest of the time they were teaching me. And
Right.
I went for the AFF class, A level, to do skydiving.
Mm-hmm.
I skydived. I think I did pretty good. I liked it, but it was too short.
Oh yeah, it's a great energy boost. And like my sister's a full-time professional skydiver. That's what she does. She's one of a very few number of tandem skydivers, and,
Yeah.
females. And yeah, it doesn't feed my soul. It's great, but it's so
Yeah.
limited.
Are you allowed to jump from a trike, launch from a trike in America?
It's a very delicate question.
I would say Echo 2 Light is the good choice for that one.
I may or may not know people who've done it with the Flash Cruiser, but legally, there's nothing that says you can.
Okay.
There's also nothing that says you can't jump from an ultralight, but there is case law identified with it. I have not researched.
Like you can't fall out of it.
Right, because in order for it to be a legal two-place flight, it has to be for instructional use, for
Yeah.
instructional purposes. And so you'd have to be able to negotiate the idea that you are doing an instructional flight for the takeoff but not the landing. And that sounds too much like terrorism.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't like that very much.
Yeah. So then, I did skydiving. When I went to Italy, so then I decided I don't want to continue with skydiving. It's too risky, too short time. I want the fun to last.
Right.
So I tried tandem paragliding with my wife. It was really nice, but we...
Federica.
No,
Federica.
don't piss her off. Now she's gonna write in a couple of minutes.
I'm
if
just
she's still
trying,
awake.
man. I'm just trying.
Yeah. No, so then we did paragliding, but it was too complicated, waiting for the right time, right
Yeah.
weather,
Conditions are everything.
getting to the weather, to the mountain. And then we're actually living near a drop zone, Fly Fermo,
Mm-hmm.
and there was Raffaele Benetti. He was doing paramotoring.
I didn't know that's where he was. Is he still near there? Raffaele?
He's mobile, let's say.
I
He's
love
teaching in
Rafa.
different places.
He's got a great personality. Good
Yeah.
dude.
So his girlfriend is a skydiver.
Okay.
So they're in Skydive Fano, which is a famous place of turbulenza.
Right.
So I met him. I did the course paramotoring.
Your wife says she'll stop watching if I mess it up again.
we're gonna lose a viewer. Don't do you're
Come on, give me one.
Federica.
Federica.
Yes, good.
See, I'm trying for you. I love your husband. I have to show some love to you. Federica.
She's not easy. She's Italian. Don't forget that.
Federica. So is
Okay,
so
good,
is Nina.
good. You did it good.
So
yeah.
is it Angelina Bertino.
Yeah.
How
But-
much more Italian can you get?
But I bet she was tolerant in the beginning.
Oh no, she's never been kind.
Okay. You see.
Oh man. Continue,
Yeah.
please.
So
Sorry,
then,
I did not mean to change the topic to Federica.
You're teasing me, getting me in trouble.
Un poquito.
Un poquito. That's Spanish.
I know. I don't know Italian.
No. So
I know
then,
enough Spanish to get myself in a fight, but not Italian, not yet.
Yeah.
Although I do know a few words that are. I mean, we could say vaffanculo because no one in America speaks Italian.
Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to curse. Talk
Except in
dirty
Italian?
in English.
You can do Swedish, German,
Yeah.
Italian. You don't speak French. What's your
No, Dutch.
Dutch?
Dutch.
What's the other one?
The German, a little bit German,
So English,
And Italian.
German, Swedish,
Dutch,
Dutch, and Italian. Okay.
Italian. but she will write now in 5 minutes or in 30 seconds. No, he don't speak Italian. she,
All
yeah.
right.
So then I did a course.
Right.
I got
the
my-
paramotor with
yeah.
Raffaele.
Paramotor with Raffaele. I bought equipment and the wing, and from there, already my first day, I felt the engine on my back. The second day, I did 23 flights in my first day.
23.
Yeah, because I don't know when to stop, and I loved it. It was so nice. And
This is one of the things I love about you. So you have a background of sports. You have a master's degree. Your primary degree is in business management. Your master's is in what?
no, mechanical engineering,
And then
and then industrial engineering,
okay.
and then that was secondary.
Right.
Very bad. You should do your homework.
I'm
Not you, but people should study and go to school, but I didn't. So, what?
except for 6 years.
So I started riding. I started skateboarding in Sweden in the summer, snowboarding in the winter. Then we moved more south, and there I couldn't do snowboard, so I started BMX riding, and that's where my baseline in my life have started.
You described it perfectly, I think, for how that moved into paramotoring, with the idea of learning to understand the flow of your body, learning to understand the energy flow of creating a beautiful BMX routine, which you've done all over the world, including winning the world championship, which is kind of a big deal. Taking that concept of the flowy movement and performing tricks and doing things that push your body and push your mind. I
Yeah.
mean, I have to throw you both under the bus a little bit. They got here on Thursday of last week, and they saw the one wheels for the first time ever. I don't know how you're not dead. These guys they've been riding a one wheel for 2 days, 3 days maybe,
Yeah.
and they see a ramp that Derek Trout set up, who's also a crazy imbecile. And Navid's like, "Is this for the one wheel?" I was like, "I mean, it is, but don't do it. I'll never do it."
I did it.
He did it. He busted his butt really hard the
Yeah.
first time.
I want to test the new video maker. I want to do like a long combo.
He's riding the one wheel. He's doing like 8-10 miles an hour, and all of a sudden he jumps, spins 180, and lands back on the one wheel and keeps riding. I'm like, I could barely ride. I've been riding it for 4 months, and I'm still terrified of it.
Yeah. No, it's great fun. I've never tried such a one-wheeler, nor have Pasquale. He's thinking of getting one for his son.
Oh, nice. How old is your son?
Quanti anni ha la tua figlio?
My son, the
Yeah.
boy, 5.
5 years. 5 years.
The girl, 5 months.
5-month-old daughter.
Yeah,
And you came
5-month
here.
girl.
So this is a first.
Alex.
So this is pork, salmon, beef. We have to give a huge shout out to Mark.
Oh.
Mark is
One of the students.
Hi, John. Mark's one of our students. We had the Orange Blossom Review this past weekend, and it was fantastic. It's always a great time. It's a kind of a music and barbecue festival in Lake Wales. And he shows up from New York, and they had a challenge to win a smoker. And I've been wanting one. I asked my wife for one for Christmas. This is pork. Okay. So I asked my wife for one for Christmas, but he went and he said, I'm going to win it. So he put his $20 for 3 tickets in or whatever. So I'm going to win it. And he wrote Mark, Aviator PPG. And he told him, I don't want to win it for me. I want to win it for the school.
Yeah.
Day 1 of training. And he freaking won.
Yeah, he won. He bought, I think, 4 or 6 tickets.
Yeah, like 3. I think it was 3. Yeah.
He paid $40 in total.
Okay, so 6 tickets.
Yeah.
And he won this incredible smoker, and we upgraded it to the bigger one, so that
course.
we're going to
Bigger the
start.
better.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
like that's why you buy the Eco 2 instead of the Flash Cruiser.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Alex has been so excited. He had to continue. He had to start smoking, and so now he just brought us a whole bunch of great meat. So, boom, love it. All right.
This
so
is the great thing of being Italian. You get the hospitality. You try to show off. You manage. You do a good job. Nice wine. A little bit aperitivo. Good meat.
the way you guys.
Ross.
Hi, Ross. The way you guys treated us in Italy, like Enrico, yourself, the entire team. It was such a joy. I told you a couple days ago at lunch, like I still crave Italian cooking every day. There was a dish that was anchovy pasta, which I don't like anchovies. I love pasta. I loved both. It was fantastic. Every dish we had was so good. Aside from the one dinner we had without you, which was terrible. When we first got there, it was like,
Well, actually, I think 2 days before we came here, Pasquale and I, we had a Fly Products Christmas dinner.
oh, nice.
And we went to that place.
Oh, the one with the meat?
Yeah, and
Oh.
we did not only have the potatoes, the salads, and the meat. No, this was like a wedding menu.
Oh,
So they have a lot in the a lot in the pan cooking over there.
so Brad Roberts is in the chat. I think it's Roberts. Brad
Let's
is
move this to the middle.
Brad is one of our students from a few weeks ago, and bless his heart, he bought a one wheel. It took him 8 days to hurt himself.
Wow.
So I'm warning you guys, take a step back. One wheels are super awesome, and I love mine. Be careful, you hurt your ankle. Brad will cry you a river.
Yeah, I got two wounds here. He also got some blood going.
Sorry.
Brad broke his collarbone.
Yeah. Who's breaking collarbones? I broke mine driving against a tree.
Things happen, all right? You gotta be careful. All right, we got Ben in here from Parajet. Nice to see you.
Ben, hi Parajet. Oh yeah, I love Tom.
You love Tom.
Yeah. So the first time no, he's not on here, but anyway.
Tom doesn't watch our show. You can say whatever you want to about him.
Well, I watched the only episode I've seen is the one with Parajet with Tom.
You don't watch our show either?
Well, it's so late in Europe. I'm sleeping.
You can watch it after it's recorded.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. No.
Ben from Parajet watches every week.
Yeah, Ben
Okay.
watches every week.
Yeah,
Ben,
so I bet
Ben
he's gonna-
and Blaze both are real friends. They're people who really love Aviator.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just sell mini plane in Parajet.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take over the world. I'm not kidding.
I'm just
No,
messing with you.
so I bet Ben is gonna report back tomorrow to Tom. So Ben, I love Tom, and I love you too, Ben.
All right. So you took a course. What took you from taking your intro course, taking 22 flights your first day, or was it 22?
3.
23 flights your first day. What was the transition? Because you had a high-paying job in a completely different industry, and now 3 years later, I would say you're kind of the operations director for flight. What's your title?
Operation International. Kind of.
Operations
So
National, okay.
because we're a small company, everyone have to do a lot of things. So I'm helping out internationally because my Italian is bad, but my English is less worse.
Your English is exceptional. Let's see. Blaze says, it's not the same on repeat. Sorry. It's not the same as if it's not live. I got you. Took me a second there, Blaze. That's all right. All right. So what took you to Fly Products? How did you find yourself there? I mean, obviously, you're at Fermo, which is where they train. Fly Products' home field is Fermo. Beautiful place. I told you this when we were there in February. I want to come to Italy with my family for at least 1 month, maybe 2, to go and just like you're flying in the Valley of Fermo and you're surrounded. Every hilltop has this beautiful small cathedral, and it's Italy on steroids.
Yeah. Flying paramotor, you get to see everything. It's not what you see only on the road.
I'm desperate. I want
Flying
to
is
go
beautiful.
and
Yeah.
fly there more.
No, but you will come back because we have to talk business.
I know, but next summer I have to go out west and fly bush planes, and woe is me. How terrible is my life?
Okay, we say 2021.
Don't
Deal.
worry, Navid, I'll come.
Yeah.
Nina says she'll come.
Yeah. we will Italianize you.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So then what brought me there is that with paramotoring, I just love to perfectionize.
Yes.
So my ears are always open to people, listening to what can be done better, and I try to repeat it.
And you seem to be that way with almost everything in your life. I'm going to try the other one. You like to find something that you'd like to be good at,
Yeah.
and you find a way to find a mentor, find a leader, find someone that you look up to that you can follow quickly. And that's one thing I really value about who you are as a person is you're not prideful about what you've done. You're very focused on what you can do in the future. And it's
Yeah.
something I strive for as well. I think it's really a great attribute. So
Yeah.
Who was your first mentor after Raffaele? Who did you go to next? Who did you learn from next?
I would have to think about that one. I think I really appreciate everyone that take the time talking to me and maybe teaching me and sharing knowledge to me. I really look up to everyone. So what really was the turning point to leave my normal day job and try something else was really the trip to Oman. I was flying in Oman. I got to know Pasquale much better. I knew of his existence, his name, in Italy, but there I got to meet the world champions, Marie, Alex, Pasquale, Raffaele, Dimitris, like all the cool guys.
The best of the best of the best of the best.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
only a part of all of them because there are so many around the world.
There's so many great pilots, but like you fly with Pasquale and Marie and Alex Mateos, like Raffaele, they're exceptional.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a reasonably decently skilled pilot and experienced pilot, but the natural skill, like there are pilots who work really hard for their skill. Like me.
Yeah.
I've worked very hard for my abilities, and then there are pilots like Cade Palmer, Alex Mateos, who while they've worked hard, there's something in them, and I haven't seen Pasquale fly enough to know, but there's something in some pilots that it's like flipping a switch, and they make it beautiful.
Yeah. Pasquale can fly with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic.
It's a really cool thing to see.
So going to Oman, meeting all these people, seeing them flying for their for work. They are there to promote the sport. I was thinking, man, I'm doing totally the wrong thing. I exit university. I took the first best job. I got good in the sector, continued there, but it's not what I chose. So I took the gamble and I quit my job, and now I'm flying more. And I got in touch with Fly Products, and here I am.
That's awesome.
One of the best schools in the world. We get to teach, we get to instruct, we get to share. It's amazing.
Well, that's something we wanted to do is we look at ourselves, even Aviator, biggest school in the country, blah, blah, all these things you could say that are positives about what we do here.
Yeah.
We look at ourselves as endless beginners. There's always more to learn. There's always people who are doing things better than we are.
Always keep listening.
So when we decided to have a trike class, I contacted you. We spoke at Kupicar. I said, listen, like we're having a trike class in December. We haven't had one since January. In January, we had Eric Dufour and Manu come and help.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly trying to find ways to learn more, to learn how to do things better. We specialize in foot launch training. I mean, our foot launch classes, I have incredible confidence in. I have so much belief in our team. Our team is the best. And if you want to learn foot launch, I think that you're going to do a disservice to yourself to learn anywhere else. And that's not like a credit to me. It's just that I am amazed by how great the team is and how great the syllabus is and how hard they work. They're incredible people. But for trike, we wanted to bring in the best. So we brought you guys in because Pasquale is insanely talented.
Yeah.
You've got great English, so between the two of you, we're good.
Yeah. We're a good duo.
So no, but really, you're obviously a very talented pilot as well. So you have a lot of ability, and I think it's been fun. It's been neat, and our team has loved having you guys here. They say that you have way too much energy.
No, since as we entered the door, we started talking about the approach, what we want to do, what we come and do, how we want to help, how we will do things, the equipment. Like we have worked since the first second, and the group is very interesting. We have 6 students. They are picking up like students from zero. They're learning ground handling, trike, kiting. We're advancing very good.
My favorite part is that I got to have the opportunity to meet some guys who run Sky School in Spain.
Yeah.
And my understanding, they do 40 students at a time with 8 instructors. We have 6 students with 7 instructors. Our school is run a little differently. They have great record, but it's very different kind of place. It's been fun. It's been fun to have you guys. So
No, but the amount of knowledge we're sharing, we see your system,
right.
you see ours.
Mm-hmm.
Pasquale is adding some salt and pepper. I think you're going to be a really good, especially in tri class.
Well, there's been some really neat benefits. So teaching trike, there are some additional challenges because you increase the oscillation because you're increasing the weight. You increase a lot of different little things that could be perceived as a problem, but new one. It's a new one. So
Thank
it
you very
doesn't
much.
count.
This is the other one.
This is the other one.
We
Yeah.
just mixed.
It's okay.
Sorry, Federica, for this.
Sorry, Federica. I will not.
Sorry,
again.
Italy as well.
Sorry to anyone from Italy that I just put wine in the same glass without rinsing first.
Scusami Pasquale,
Scusi,
ho mischiato
scusi.
il vino.
Vino.
Sì, scusa. Ti prego.
Sorry, guys. We're going full redneck on this. I mean, this is the Zach Brown band's, which is a country band. It's their wine. It's actually quite nice.
Zach Brown.
Huh?
They know Zach Brown.
I don't know Zach Brown. Actually, I like his
They
music.
gotta know- You know Zach Brown, right?
Who's Zach Brown?
See?
I don't know.
Oh.
See, there you go. All right, the chicken's really good.
But I must say, for being American, you are providing us with very nice wine.
Well, it's better than box wine.
Anche questo è buono. Lì, sì.
See? Oh, good. All right.
Hard work
So-
pays off.
Some of the things that I wanted to bring up were some of the so we've had a lot of discourse. One of the things I love about working with fly products is that when we see or perceive a problem, we perceive something that we don't like about a product. It's not a hey, we don't like this. I've worked with other manufacturers in the past where I say, hey, we don't like this. There's an issue, and the manufacturer has been like, basically stick their middle finger up at us and say, there's no issue. You're the issue. Even when we're like selling a ton for them, their pride is above everything else. It's never been that way with fly products. We say, hey, we have this, this, and this. We'd like to see change, need some development ideas. And then you guys go and test the heck out of what our problem is, our perceived problem, and you find ways to make it better. So, and then you go beyond that a step further. You, as you're testing to solve our problem,
Yeah.
you say, what else could we do to make this better? So, for instance, is it okay if I talk about the no-fly switch?
I think Mike, he called it the Stinger, and I think it's a good name. Let's call it the Stinger.
All right, so we're going to call it the Stinger. It's really, the best description is the no-fly switch. So we utilize the Fly Products Vertigo in our wheel launch training. The Vertigo is, in my opinion, the best trike out there for a beginner.
Yeah.
It's extremely low to the ground. It has full coverage of the propeller, so you can't get lines in the prop, or it's almost impossible.
It is impossible.
I mean, it.
Okay, 2% chance.
The Titanic can't sink, right?
Yeah.
It's possible, but it'd be very, very challenging. You'd have
Yeah.
to literally drop a line down and have it chopped. Very challenging. So the Stinger's concept was, how do we take this very safe trike that's hard to roll over and make it even better? And that was, how do you use it as a trainer that can't fly to teach them how to taxi on the ground first?
Yep.
And so you guys developed a spring-loaded system that the moment, if it starts to roll over or it starts to lift off the ground,
Exactly.
like this morning we had Mark, the gentleman who won this smoker.
Yeah, he had his first flight today.
He had his first flight.
Yeah,
We weren't ready for him to fly. He had his first flight up to about 10 inches,
yeah.
and then the Stinger dropped, hit a switch, shut the engine off, and he was able to flare and land beautifully, right?
Yeah.
So instead of taking it out of the student's hands, where like there have been instructors in the past who had radio control, kill switches, that kind of thing, which I think can be misused. And I love the idea in some ways, but I think it's just too easy to make a mistake. And I think the pilot's responsibility should always be on the pilot. It should be the pilot's choice what they're doing, for liability, for a lot of other reasons. So the Stinger makes it so you can go out as a brand new beginner. Let's say you want to come out and fly a trike course with us in 2021. You don't have time until then, but you have a few hours here and there. You could buy a Vertigo with a Stinger. You could buy a small wing, and you can go out and follow our kiting DVD, which we could actually do this. We can make a triking version of it. You could follow that kiting DVD and go out and never fly, not put yourself at risk, and have the engine shut off if you ever get in the air.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's super cool.
It's so cool.
So actually, I think it was 3 or 4 days before we came here. I called Enrico during an evening, and he said, "Yeah, we have thought of something really good." Enrico, Pasquale, and Ugo. So the day after, we put the first inexperienced. No, see, yeah, it's inexperienced.
That's the right word. Yeah,
guy like, "Hey, you, Marco, come over here." Marco came. We said we put him in there. Okay, hands up, full trust. He just no experience, and he could. The wing came up. The kite went a little bit left and right. Wing started dancing, but nothing happened.
Yeah, because
It's
the
super
weight
safe.
is so low on a vertigo. I mean, I've seen things that should have made it roll over. I've yet to see a vertigo roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about wing on the ground, full
Yeah.
power, extensive period of time. They're going around, and then they turn the wheel away, which should make that thing just flip.
Yeah.
And I've yet to see it flip. I'm not saying it can't happen. I've yet to see one
Yeah.
flip, though.
I wanted to show off to the students, like, okay, check. I will ride on 2 wheels, so do a tight turn, 2 wheels, and show that it will turn off. I didn't even manage to get on 2 wheels. I started drifting.
Really?
Yeah, after 2 times I stopped because just to save the equipment.
Yeah, thanks. That's ours.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's coming unscrewed. All right, so we've been on, guys, for almost an hour. It was a valiant effort. The best part is Navid was nervous. He felt like he was going to do a not great job. I want to get some shout outs in the chat, guys. If you're enjoying Navid and Pasquale has been talking way too much. I know it's very challenging. We've been trying to get him to be a little more quiet. But if you've been enjoying all this content, please leave a comment below. Say thank you to Navid and Pasquale. I'm so thankful to have them. We're going to answer some questions for you guys. People want to know what Pasquale flies. What equipment do you choose to fly? What is your personal... We know you fly an Eclipse for foot launch, but for trike, what do you like best? Nina,
Che
if you switch from
attrezzatura
top
vuoi?
chat to most recent,
Vela.
we'll give you more comments.
Vela, paramotore, elica, motore.
Top left,
Bene.
live chat.
I'm gonna run to the toilet.
Okay, go ahead, run.
Okay.
All right, so Pasquale.
No, devo andare avanti.
Vieni qua.
Che attrezzatura?
Okay.
Motore, elica, vela, tutte
Ok.
queste.
Okay. I fly with, as I said,
The Eclipse?
with Eclipse, monster, a special monster. The name of this special monster is a tulipano.
A Tulipon.
Tulipan,
Okay.
but it's monster. The wing I use Viper 4 for competition. Ozone Viper 4
So you fly a Viper 4. Why?
for a classic competition.
Why not free ride?
Because Viper 4 is have more glide
Yes, it does have more glide.
than free ride.
There's less drag.
And
There's-
then for a classic competition is better because in thermal task
what size?
18.
18.
18.
And what do you weigh?
Because
Weight.
my weight is in
You see?
kilogram
See.
is 72, 73.
So I'm 83. 83, I fly Viper 4 16 and freeride 16. And the Viper, I take the trims and I take the trims halfway out. The freeride trims in
Oh.
slow, and they fly almost the same.
And
But there's more drag with the freeride because it has the sheathed lines. The Viper for competition, I think the Viper is especially because, just to help you guys understand, a lot of the competition that he's doing is focused on competitions that are fuel centric. So you're trying to expend as little fuel as possible. So you take off with 4 liters, and they measure how many liters when you return. Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, sure.
Economy is everything.
And Viper 4 for this reason I fly with 18
Right.
because in thermal task is better than 16.
Yeah.
It's a compromise.
I'm surprised that you don't fly a larger one. I flew the Viper 3 20, Viper 3,
Yes,
and it was so efficient,
the best.
but so slow. Like
True.
the Viper 1, I flew the 18. Fantastic wing. But I think the best Viper is the 4 for me, for my flying. So pork is here, chicken, or salmon, chicken, beef.
Oh man.
And potatoes is
Continue talking, guys.
Okay.
All right, we have more questions. What trike do you fly, Pasquale?
Sorry.
When you fly trike, which trike is
Trike,
what is your favorite?
I love Vertigo. I love
Vertigo?
Vertigo because it's very stable, like a go-kart.
I thought you were
on the
going to say
ground,
Luna.
Yes, I love it.
I thought he was going to say
love
Luna
it.
for sure.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
Here's one I can answer. Rocket Robbins asks, tough question. Most all health insurance programs specifically exclude coverage for injuries sustained during paragliding. Oh, you go back. Paragliding and paramotoring. Is there supplemental insurance available to bridge the gap? Rockin', man, health insurance. I don't know on all health insurance because I haven't found one that specifically stops that. The only specific issue I've seen is on three-wheeled ATVs. A lot of insurance will stop three-wheeled ATVs, so if you were flying a three-wheeled ATV, maybe there'd be an issue. Apparently there's an issue with the internet. So sorry, guys, if we're having bad issues with the internet, our apologies. We're trying. I'd say we're trying, but quite frankly, we've done everything we can. Are we using Wi-Fi or are we using the drop? That might be part of the issue. It didn't help. Just kidding. Not part of the issue. Thank you, Google Fi, for helping. If you guys have an issue with our internet, please contact Comcast at Comcast Support on Twitter and let them know how sad you are that we're not having a decent connection. Internet or insurance-wise, for life insurance in particular, my life insurance program is through AOPA, AOPA.org. It's Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, and it's very, very affordable for if you're in decent health. So I think it's $20 a month for $250,000 in coverage for my age. So certainly one to consider. I would encourage looking into that. Have any of you guys flown the Maine coast? I have not. I would love to. All right, here's a question for you guys. Jim Sierra 120 asks, advantages or disadvantages of flying in the USA versus Italy?
I want to reply to that one.
You have to.
So, I think the main disadvantage is that you have a limit of 5 gallons fuel tank.
Yes, we do.
That is a big bummer because if you have done your toilet visit, you just want to stay up there.
Well, especially on the larger motor trikes, like when you're flying with the RMZ 500 or the RTX 582. You know, on a 582, a 5-gallon tank is a 1-hour flight.
Yep.
You really want to have more. The RMZ is an hour and 20, hour and 30-minute flight with 5 gallons.
It's too short. It's too short because you want to get distance, you want to get height.
Right.
Super nice.
But, and I'm going to call you out on this a little bit. Last night you landed within 30 seconds of legal night after twilight.
Romantic.
What was it like landing in the U.S. at a full-blown airport with lights on the runway?
Man, I hope Pasquale won't get upset, but so I took this student up in the end, took him up, and I wanted to stretch it just to get more practice done. Stretching, and then I called Chris on the radio, tell me when we have to get down. Yeah, now you have to get down. Shit. But we came in.
Swear jar.
Oh.
Someone was giving me crap for saying vaffanculo, which no one knows what vaffanculo means in the U.S. I mean, I know Pasquale knows, but
Okay.
and Federica knows as
Sorry.
well.
Let's rewind. So then he asked, okay, come in. So you're so fortunate. You have 2 runways, north,
all
south,
lit.
east, west. So we came in on 24.
2-4, yeah.
Yeah,
240 in the magnetic heading.
Yeah, 24. And as we came in, the full runway was on. Blue
Yep.
lights, yellow lights, red lights. It was amazing. And in front of us, there was the sunset.
Oh, that sunset was gorgeous last night.
Orange, gold color.
Yep.
Man, I was more lucky than the passenger. But he don't believe me. And we came in there, and then when we landed on the runway, we did some kiting.
No, you kited 3,200 feet of the runway.
Oh yeah, by the way, the student did that.
Nice.
So much respect to who was that? That was, I think, Michael.
Was it Mike? Nice.
Yeah.
Can you switch back to the screen for me, Nina? I just want to see. It's completely locked out for me. Apparently there's a lot of... man, the internet's not working. I'm so sad.
Yeah, I see a question. Jeff Dean, can you have 2 4-gal tanks? Well, I tried that trick too. If it is attached to the trike, if I understand correct, it's not allowed.
Correct. So you can have it attached to the trike, but you cannot have it attached to the fuel system. So if you have 2 4-gallon tanks that are both feeding the carburetor, you cannot. If you had a 5-gallon tank next to another 5-gallon tank, and they were disconnected. You had to disconnect one to connect the other. That would be legal. So, for instance,
Really?
Yeah, that would be legal.
Really, because Fly Products have a quick system, like you can just click it in.
Yeah, that would be legal. So, like when I used to do cross country flights and ultralights as a high school student, I would fly. I've flown from here to Arkansas, 21 hours. Crazy flights, and those flights I would have a 5-gallon gas can or 2 in my luggage, and I would land, pour them in, and go. So it's legal to carry it. It's not legal to have it integrated.
Okay.
Great question from Jim Chatwin. We've actually discussed this one. PAP Paramotors appears to be the first paramotor company to offer a harness with an integrated airbag. I know Air Conception does as well, Jim, but why doesn't Fly Products consider an airbag-equipped harness with their paramotors?
Well, after one of our bigger distributors called Aviator PPG that came to Fly Products, they discussed the airbag concept, and we have actually integrated it for the 2020 model.
So it is something that's coming out. I flew with it on my Air Conception. I felt like it was a really interesting concept. Done correctly, I think it offers significant safety barriers. Like if my paramotor accident, I would have not broken my back if I'd had an airbag. Very, very unlikely. And so I think it's a great, great concept. Nice wine, right? It's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Pasquale needs more soon. So the second, you have to walk home. Come on.
We have to work tomorrow.
I know that's true. What's that?
What does it weigh?
What is the weight of the airbag?
What the airbag weighs? The airbag weighs nothing.
It's like 0.2 kg,
It's
right?
air inside. No, so underneath the paramotor, we have a kind of it works or like a pocket if you want to bring stuff,
Right.
or it inflates as an airbag. But it's not as big as the paragliding harness airbags.
Right. No, it's like a 16-inch or so volume of air, but it's just enough to help protect you in a dangerous situation. I'm really thrilled to see Fly Products bringing it to market. It's something that we've asked for from each manufacturer we've worked with, and I think it's a really quality thing to add to the table. I really do.
I would suggest practice landings. Practice landings.
I'm looking more as so in paramotoring. I have a few friends I know who've broken their back.
Yeah.
In paragliding, I have a few friends I know who haven't.
Through collapses or?
Collapses. Launch or landing collapses, having turbulent air, having some sort of compression help is good.
Yeah.
Craig Taylor says, in his opinion, it's a false sense of security. He's a rider pilot. He's actually a one-legged rider pilot. He has one leg and he flies a rider, which is fantastic.
Wow.
But
Great.
I kind of disagree with you, Craig. I don't think it's a question of a false sense of security. It's all about how you look at things. I mean, having a reserve might make you feel like you have a false sense of security. However, the concept is that you want to have everything built up to keep you safe that you possibly can. Can you scroll up just a little bit for me, Nina? Jim said something about... Oh, I'm sorry, Leanne. Apparently, me using Italian curse words is bad. I don't even know what it means. I just know it was bad. Sorry, Leanne. Sorry, Jim. My apologies, guys. If it's a really bad word, I apologize. It was used on me, and I thought it was funny because it rolls off the tongue very nicely. But if I've offended anyone, I apologize. That's the problem with the World Wide Web is you offend everyone no matter what you say.
Yeah, but if you think you're good, stay true, and it will.
At least
the wing will pull out by itself.
At least I'm honest.
Yeah.
Adrian, I think is a great statement here. He says, "I don't think it is. Having airbags in cars doesn't make you drive into walls, does it?"
It doesn't. Wait. Let 2-3 glasses of wine. I have to read.
Adrian says that he doesn't think it's a false sense of security to have an airbag because having an airbag in your car doesn't make you want to drive your car into a wall.
Well, I got drifting 2 weeks after my driving license, and I hit the tree.
Oh no!
Yes, that's how I broke my
The
collarbone.
collarbone.
I'm serious. Beginning of this show, I said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
hit
right.
it.
Question for Pasquale. Blaze wants to know how is the coffee at Aviator.
Vero?
Com'è il caffè in Aviator?
Okay, it's different of Italian people. I love American coffee.
What?
Yes, because I know I know.
What?
Yes, sure. Sure.
I feel like I have to hide too. Just
Yeah, hide.
Yes, because I don't drink a lot of coffee in Italy, no? I don't. I'm not a coffee intendor, okay? But I love drink for much time coffee. And in America, coffee is a very large.
Yeah.
No?
it is large. I will say I adore Italian coffee. Federica says that you are wrong, and that you should not be allowed to drink coffee ever again. She just said no.
Well, Pasquale will have problem when he meets her. So will you probably.
Wait,
but
he's never met Federica?
no.
Yes.
So there's
That's
no
correct,
proof.
Yeah, during Vetturazzi Day he met her.
Yes.
So she's real? She exists?
Sì.
No, dang it! I was really hoping she didn't. Just because none of us believed. All right, let's see. Great stuff. Good comments from everybody, guys. We appreciate you all. I apologize for the lack of interaction tonight. There's been lots of questions coming in. Blaze asks, Navid, who was your wingman
Well, I start disliking
in Oman?
in Oman.
That's when he was asking.
In Oman, I was his wingman.
Oh.
So I think that made him my wingman. So in Oman, it's a funny story. We didn't know each other. We met there, and suddenly we just had a click, like, because we are the black sheeps. Suddenly, I was in a group where there's not only one black sheep, but two, me and Blaze. And we just clicked. And we call each other from the shower, from the bath. Yeah, like,
That's awkward.
my wife gets jealous.
So the problem is you're both two overly beautiful, nearly middle-aged men.
I think we don't know it. That's what makes us maybe what you just said.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you can watch a video of Blaze. Blaze runs a tree company. He's an arborist, along with his art and along with like you work for Flight Products as well as being an engineer as well as being a BMX pro. You're both ridiculously talented and both ridiculously good looking. Although Blaze did offer me his paragliding equipment at Annecy.
Yeah.
After he'd only had one flight for the day, he's like, "Oh, Eric, why don't you take my gear?" And I was like, "Okay." I didn't do it actually. I gave it up.
We're
but
striking Blaze ego here.
no, I'm striking Blaze's ego to say that he's done more for me than you've done for me. So far, he's my favorite.
Well, let's talk tomorrow in a meeting together with all your personnel. What I've done for you. No, it's fine. No, Blaze was my wingman.
I love it. So Adrian asked a question about whether or not we've spoken about this with Parajet. We have. I don't have information on that as yet. I apologize, but at this point, there's not a conversation. Federica says, "I'm real." Federica, you're welcome here in Florida anytime. We'd love to have you. Please come and visit. You and Angelina can be our crazy Italian women, and I mean that in a very complimentary manner. So we need more strong Italians in this world. Let's see. Question from somebody. I missed it. Jeff Dean, how's the new location coming along? It's almost ready, guys. We're only about 3 weeks away from the opening of the second location.
I'm curious.
Navid and I are going up on Saturday to take a look at it. Maybe we'll go early and fly up there. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. So, beautiful location. The people there are just the best. And I just hired an artist to paint the logo on the walls. And no, mix.
No.
Oh no, he's mixing.
Don't really mix. Yours was empty.
I learned from you.
No, yours was empty. Yours just had a few drops. His has a half a glass.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We are getting down to the point where the connection's so bad that John says we should cut it. I'm going to say, guys, Nick Griffith asked about the wheelie bar on the back of the trike. That information was earlier in the podcast. Check it out. That's the Stinger system. There are questions as well. Federica says she's going to come and try the coffee. Don't do it, Federica. I would feel bad. Guys, thank you all so much for being a part of the podcast. Thank you for being here and being a part of our Aviator family.
Thank you very much.
If you haven't yet, please check out the Patreon, where you can get early access to our newest video. Truly excited about the new video that came out yesterday. Will be out Thursday for everybody else. Navid, Pasquale,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Thank you very much. Let's finish this meat now.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Guys, you gotta come and try it.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys next week on Tuesday.
you
Have a
very
great
much.
evening. So long.